Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Spain have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Cáceres. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this player, Gravenberg, is someone I can't decide whether he's a...
He leaps for it! It's in! And there is your opener! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Spain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Inzaghi. Cáceres. Filippo Inzaghi. He's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And if you have just joined us, still just one chance! Goal! They are purring, truly purring. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cáceres. Inzaghi. Just eases him off the ball. Pedri. And it's Inzaghi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Cáceres. Filippo Inzaghi. That's Maradona. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Xabi Alonso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bangladesh looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Lovely feet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Chiellini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a sharp pass. Vitinha. Pedri.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Maradona. Xabi Alonso. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So your views on the first half?
Bangladesh really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Bangladesh are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Spain, number 20, Batistuta.
So off we go again.
To replace him is number 21.
Well seen,
Owen.
saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Hullet. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Could move up a gear here. Ambitious ball here. But that has not gone well. Gravenberg. Bangladesh, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Inzaghi. Gullit stood his ground strongly. Filippo Inzaghi does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And that is well cleared. And that has left him in a heap.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pass somewhat off target. And here's Owen. And here's Inzaghi. That's Owen. Oh, truly brave defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
And this is Maradona. Nicely aimed pass. Roberto Carlos. And here's Owen. Maradona! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Inzaghi. And here's Inzaghi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Maradona. And here's Owen. Maradona. And that's a... Shoots! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Brilliantly cut out. Bangladesh with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Van Bouten gets it away. Rui Costa. Spain have the chance to go the other way. He's got away. No, again, there's no way through. Vitinha. Pedri.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Van Bouten. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Filippo Inzaghi taking in... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield himself. And, you know, he has a...
And Messi! But he's left disappointed.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
And it's Shevchenko. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. He is through here. Cross needs to be good. Rui Costa. Oh, good-looking ball. Xavi Alonso. Alonso. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No outsmarting him this time. And here's Shevchenko. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to play it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Shevchenko is there, and he can get that clear. He's had a shot! Oh, he's just got under that.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Bangladesh, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Caceres picks it up out wide. Terrific effort! Silvestre gets it away. And they're quick to get it back. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Olise. Oh, he's bustling through here. Plenty to aim at here. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Jude ploughing through the middle. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Closing in on goal. Xabi Alonso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So neither side yet off the mark.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Shevchenko! Goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Bangladesh have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Rui Costa can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Rui Costa. He has a look up. Nicely weighted ball. Tries a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Rui Costa, now he's got space here, and he's in on goal! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Nicked it back promptly. Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, shooting chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the
Hello,
promise
everybody,
of a
and
match that
welcome
will
to
really
today's
get the
match.
juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We are just getting started.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Not the most accurate pass. This is a promising build-up. And he's decent chance! Superb by Inzaghi! A finish of true class! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, shooting chance! And no mistake. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Reinders tries to play it through. Xavi Alonso. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Koundé. So much time and space here. Cross needs to be good.
That's good defensive concentration.
And he's quick to snatch it back. It's Rui Costa. Rui Costa driving forwards. And he's there to belt it away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Filippo Inzaghi. Filippo Inzaghi. That is good alertness. Rijkaard. Messi.
There will be
Here's a
1
man
minute
adored
added
by
time.
many, even deified by some. And for the first half, that is that. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Bangladesh are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. The second half is up and running. Rui Costa, and he shoots! Marvellous goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Bangladesh with the lead. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Messi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bangladesh have got it back and they'll have another go. He's through here. And it's been hooked away. Messi. Threads one in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Musiala. Oh, important interception.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Wan-Bissaka wins the duel this time. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Juve into the last quarter of an hour. And he's picked it up out wide.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's made its way to him. That's a good ball. Gullit! Boom, Gullit! Oh, it's fabulous! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Bangladesh go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now. And surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Now it's Reinders. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Good challenge, excellent challenge. Oh, he's having a go! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
2 added minutes has been
Time
indicated.
added on will be 2 minutes. Passing is crisp and sharp. He has found the way through. Oh, robust challenge. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. Musiala clears without hesitation.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung...
Big chance! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Bangladesh are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Now this could be a chance. Xavi Alonso. So just one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Rui Costa threads one in. Reinders. And it's Musiala. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely aimed pass. And it's Rui Costa. Jupe.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah. And Messi! Terrific save by Abbiati. Chance here to counter. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Reinders. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet. Now it's Inzaghi. Out towards the flank. Brilliantly cut out. And he thumps it clear. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Approaching the half-hour mark. And here's Inzaghi. The ball goes in. And a header! And a neat finish! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Bangladesh. Jupe! Terrific save by Abbiati. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Delivered across. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And the shot! It's in! Back to within one! Interesting! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Musiala. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. Bangladesh presented with a golden opportunity here. This for genuine comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
Bangladesh now in a position far more desirable.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
And a chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Musiala. Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning.
There will
So
be
good
3
from him.
minutes added time.
And here's Shevchenko. And he's there to get it away. Silvestre. And the referee has blown for half-time.
Bangladesh are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Bangladesh claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half. Tries a shot! And it's there! And with that, he takes home the match ball. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball.
And the finish! Corner number 2 then. Rijkaard gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, it's a great... Takes a shot! And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Barcelona certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Barcelona have their 3rd corner. Cleared away. Rui Costa. Bangladesh have the chance to go the other way.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Rijkaard.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Rui Costa. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Tries to pass it through. Barcelona needed that, they really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Rui Costa is the team's great visionary. And that's gone loose. And here's Shevchenko. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, shooting chance! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Impressive jump! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Rui Costa. And that is a little undercooked. Knocks it into space. That ball looks a good one. Chance! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Bangladesh really could have done without this. So we're ready to go. not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Rui Costa. Rijkaard. Gullit showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's a sharp pass. And here's Inzaghi. Short changes him with that pass. Conte.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, well played. Xavi Alonso. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Juve proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Rui Costa. Here's Caceres. And it's Xavi Alonso. Now it's Gullit. Reinders. Silvestre.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rijkaard. Silvestre. Searching pass he's played there. Ah, that's a fine interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That is a great pick out. Now it's Gullit. Shot, surely! Oh, it's hit the post. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Bangladesh have their second corner now. He's rising! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Bangladesh can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and
The
welcome
conditions
to today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Alonso, looking tidy in possession here. Oh, he's having a shot! He is world-class! Pippo Inzaghi!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Gullit. Bangladesh leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Gullit clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Reinders knocks it into space. Another chance from a corner. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. That's destined for the flank, and he's picked it up out wide. That is a crunching tackle. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Passing is crisp and sharp. Look at the space here. Oh, that was vital. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That's put paid to the danger. Aim forwards, and here's Inzaghi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Rijkaard. And it's Gullit. 30 minutes gone. No way through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Reinders. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Shevchenko.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Has a look and place it forward. Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Shevchenko taking charge of the dead ball. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Shevchenko! Formidable! Truly formidable! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And this is getting better and better. That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rui Costa. And reclaimed it in a trice. Gullit. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Gullit. And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Hello everybody,
Well,
and
both
this is a
half-time
quick
team
reminder
tugs
to
will
let
undergo
you know
change
that you'll
now.
be able to
One
catch
will be
today's
solid,
match
the other needs to be
broadcast
pretty
live on
inspiring.
our FM station.
Bangladesh are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Gullit! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
A case now of complete control. Now it's Inzaghi. That could spell trouble. Shevchenko! And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Juve. Gullit. And the shot! It's a goal! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
There's the shot! And he's stuck it away! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Bangladesh are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
No way through there. Gullit. Gullit. Musiala.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And here's Gullit. And this is Shevchenko. Brilliantly cut out. Quality ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Looking to play him in. Now this could be a chance. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Inzaghi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rui Costa. And it's Gullit. Here's Caceres. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a cute ball. Not the most accurate pass. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Shevchenko. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, that's superb. Messi. Oh, they could break here. And this is Gullit. Shoots! And yes, it's there! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
At a time.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
And the number on the board is 3. And that's that. Bangladesh can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in an honest shift. He'll do everything his manager asks him to do.
Getting up there! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gullit. Gullit. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rui Costa. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Zanetti can see things others simply cannot. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Arsenal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden...
Inzaghi! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Koundé, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's going across goal. It's a goal kick. Nicely aimed pass. Baresi cuts it out. Zanetti. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Torres.
Bangladesh certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Hullet. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Oh, good-looking ball. Fernando Torres. And here's Mbappe. And that is a little undercooked. Xavi Alonso.
There will be 1 minute
Has a
added
look and
time.
plays it forward. And it's Inzaghi. Played into space. But he's well positioned here. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Bangladesh currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Special presentation featuring
Well,
our
obviously
best
things are not good,
performance
Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Bangladesh can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Luis Suarez is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's a sharp pass. And that's another good win of the ball. Zanetti. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Knocks it out wide. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rui Costa.
Arsenal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Probing pass. It's a promising position. Oh, such a clever touch.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
And it's Rijkaard. And they can counter here. Nice looking ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Rui Costa. And it's Belletti. Cross into the box. Ferry clears it away.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And here's Mbappe. Shot could be... It's Roberto Carlos! It's loose, and there's a race. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That looks a good cross. And he's taking no chances there. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Today's match is now on sale in
How
the
would you
stadium.
summarise what we... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Pullet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's Rui Costa, looking for options for movement. He's found the way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! And it's a goal! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't... Great chance! And there's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Played into the box. Goes for goal! No, not quite.
Arsenal are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Caceres powering forward here. Pullet. Lofty challenge, but fair enough. Bangladesh with the corner, they're first. And that has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. He's got away. Crosses it in. And that should get the job done. That is a brilliant interception. Rui Costa. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Messi. And Messi! It's a goal! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Can he get on the end of this?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And this is Inzaghi. Firmino. And it's Messi. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Oh, sweet feet. He's having a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
Today, please take some time out.
Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Bangladesh are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. So off we go again. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Filippo Inzaghi. For Xavi Alonso. And he plays one through. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Now it's Shevchenko. Bullet needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah,
And a shot! Now, that's another chance! And it's come back out to him. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Lopez. Rui Costa. Bullet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Rui Costa. Rui Costa. Mateus. Now it's Messi. And it's Roberto Carlos. Rui Costa. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He shifted it to the flank. Space for him to turn and look. And a header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Xabi Alonso. And here's Shevchenko. Oh, that's a very decent ball. Inzaghi! Xabi Alonso. He's a sharp little ball here. Cáceres. Rui Costa. Marquez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Donatoni. Oh, this is a terrific run. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he was alert to it. Bangladesh clearly now in lead preservation mode. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
2 minutes has been
Oh,
indicated.
that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he has shown him a yellow card. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. This is a promising build-up. And this is Shevchenko. And time is up. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
A nicely aimed pass. Looking to play him in. Now it's Hazard. And he's had it nicked away. Rui Costa. Inzaghi. That's Cáceres. And this is Gullit. Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Gullit.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Xabi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. It's played through for him.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, well played. Aimed beyond the defence. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, what a big... And one more try! And he has kicked it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Bangladesh with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Marquinhos attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Short changes him with that pass. Not the most accurate pass. Hazard. Now it's Batistuta. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Hullet. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Hullet! Costa Curta. Stoichkov. Azar. Now it's Batistuta. Now then, the ball's come loose. Knocks it into space. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Stoichkov! Stoichkov! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
And he's been shifted off it. And that is the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick
neither side
reminder to let
has
you
found
know
a way
that you'll
through
be able
yet.
to catch
It's
today's
not a bad
match
game by any
broadcast
means,
live
Peter, but
on
it
our
definitely
Plus
needs an
FM
injection
station.
of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Bangladesh.
Real chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bangladesh have their second corner now. Rijkaard with the clearance. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, good-looking ball. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Can he finish? Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Madrid are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter.
Takes a shot! Oh, good finish! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Bangladesh have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Bangladesh clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Xavi Alonso. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's having a pop! And that could come back to haunt them.
Hazard was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop!
Good ball, good take. Gets his head on it! Deftly away. And this is... And Stoichkov! And that could have brought them level.
Oh, what a moment for him, Peter. He'll be losing sleep over that one tonight.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gears here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Xavi Alonso. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he finish? Wonderful from Del Piero! A finish right from the top draw. And there goes the final whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Inzaghi. Inzaghi powering forward here.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rui Costa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And it's Gullit.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Beckham. Hazard. No way through. Xavi Alonso. And it's Gullit. Rui Costa. Shevchenko. There's the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Gullit. And here's Shevchenko. Can he get it through? And he's there to get it away. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Shevchenko. Great defending, strong and determined. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. Koundé. And it's Gullit. And it's Rui Costa. Here's Caceres. Rui Costa providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little...
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Hello attendees, this
Any
is
opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Bellingham. Number 11,
Gets us going once more.
Mbappe. Number
Bangladesh
10,
have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Goes for a shot!
Number 7, Del Piero. Number 16, Endrick. Number 21, Pushkash.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Looking for options for movement. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Bangladesh clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Goalless still, and either side really getting onto the front foot. Oh, no joy this time. Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Koundé. And he welcomes it in. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Played into space. Shevchenko under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Inzaghi. He has found the way through. Shot, surely! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Saliba gets it clear.
Bangladesh really deserve full marks for effort, though. It's clear they want to win this.
This is a promising build-up. Oh, good read. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
That is a great pick out. Space for him to turn and look. They'll have to settle for that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off. The
match.
excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Great vision. And it's Robertson. Oh, good take and a good... It's Ibrahimovic! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Goes for a shot! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. That's the keeper's ball. There could be trouble here. Inzaghi! And it's in! And the comeback is complete! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Bangladesh leading now.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Figo looking to be a menace in the final third. Now it's Inzaghi. Rui Costa. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Cáceres. Cross to the back post. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Bangladesh looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Bruyne. Robertson. Gullit. Now it's Shevchenko.
2 added minutes has
Probing
been
pass.
indicated.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Khan claims comfortably. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And for the first half, that is that. Bangladesh have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Bangladesh are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Shapes to shoot! And that's a sharp finish! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Bangladesh now... He's had a shot! And how good was that? A finish of true class! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And now he has 2. Just 1 in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
De Bruyne! That's going to go a long way. Taken back almost at once. And it's Figo. And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And he thumps it clear. Rui Costa can so cleverly bypass the press.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's having a shot! He's got a goal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And it's hit the woodwork and out! St Mirren appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Filippo Inzaghi. Bangladesh do have a chance to counter here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's shifting through the gears here. Takes a shot! Yes! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Bangladesh visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Getting up there! And yes, it's there! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Oh, the Inzaghi! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Filippo Inzaghi deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Robertson gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Has been indicated.
Couldn't squeeze it through. He's in a good position here. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Batistuta. That is lovely. And this is Figo. Xavi Alonso. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Adams, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he cuts out the supply. Chance, surely! They've scored! So smooth, a signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So, a breakthrough already. Right, Shevchenko. And it's Scholes. That's a good run down the left. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pullet.
Pullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Pullet. Aimed at the far side. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Bangladesh really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Shot could be on. Inzaghi! And it's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Bangladesh restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Tries one from range. Oh, good-looking ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Scholes. Xabi Alonso gets over and intercepts. Rui Costa. And this is Inzaghi. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Koundé. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Referee has just said play on. And it's half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So straight into the second half. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's a sharp pass. Rui Costa.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Looking for the run. Bullet! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's a lovely, neat pass. Xavi Alonso, nicely shaped ball. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And he's there to retrieve it. Koundé. And here's Shevchenko. Gullit, real chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Gullit really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitution on the field. Number 99.
And we have our very first corner.
Dirk Kuyt. Number 10. Raúl. Number 7.
He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
Number 8.
Baresi clears without
Coming on the
hesitation.
field, Dwight York. Fernando
Oh, it's played into the area.
Iniesta.
Bangladesh
Number 13,
given another corner.
Ruben Neves. Kukçu.
It's their second corner of the game. Bangladesh are looking to go forward now. And this is Inzaghi. Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's Xabi Alonso. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Caceres.
Bangladesh clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Nice interception, well timed. And that was very necessary.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
That is a brilliant interception. Fernando. And he shoots! And that was precious close.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Scholes engages and forces him off the ball.
2 added
Time
minutes has
added
been
on
indicated.
will be 2 minutes. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the pass is intercepted. And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled out all
today's
the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway.
It's always a pleasure to see Paolo Maldini take to the pitch.
So would say anyone who understands the defender's art.
Well, bias comes easy for me when we talk about one of the greatest pros. He exudes calm, elegance, intelligence, an Italian giant.
Hernes, Caceres promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, good-looking ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Messi. Xavi Alonso. It's Rui Costa. And this is Inzaghi.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Inzaghi. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. And here's Rui Costa. Oh, nice touch. And this is Shevchenko. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Bangladesh with the corner, they're first. Maldini gets it away. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, good ball! Del Piero has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Gullit. Oh, what has can he finish? There it is! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And here's the chance to counter. Gullit. Great ball, and he's in here. Lofted upfield. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Xavi Alonso.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Pirlo is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Looking for options for movement. Maldini gets across to intercept that.
There will be 1
Time,
minute
excellent
at a time.
interception. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Please be made aware that
What's the first half compared with your expectation?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Bangladesh looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. And so the action is resumed.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
He's got away. Gullit shoots! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So that's 2 now without reply. He leaps for it! And that's in! Right back in the game! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems...
Chance, surely! Oh, he's been caught napping! Costa Curta. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Xavi Alonso. And it's Gullit. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Gullit really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Del Piero. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Del Piero picks it up out wide. He has found the... And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this?
The Netherlands really are showing...
And Messi! And he's lifted it over.
Unsurprisingly, he's been quick to apologise. If you lean backwards, the results are normally high and wide.
Substitutions taking place.
The Netherlands can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And he cuts out the supply. Costa Curta. That's really well manoeuvred. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Filippo Inzaghi, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Can he get on the end of this? Gullit. And this is Gullit. Gullit! Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Bangladesh have their second corner now. Referee's given a throw.
Bangladesh nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Now that's well seen too. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Maldini. And that's it. Bangladesh proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know...